Hello Hoovers and welcome back to the main channel. Today we're making a very special video. So, 2 years ago I made a video talking about soap operas. So, a soap opera is usually described as a program that's on every single day that has a drama, a narrative or a storyline. So I made this 2 years ago. I'm not really a soap fan, but I do like a few soaps. And I'm not about the soap you use in the shower. But the other day I thought to myself, what was that video I made 2 years ago? Well, I didn't realise I made it 2 years ago then. What was that video I made on soaps? And so I found it was called Best Soaps Ever. And I watched it and I realised it was called Best Soap Ever. But I think, no, I'm going to leave it as Best Soap Ever. I've got my notes down here, this is why I'm on about that. Anyway, so I looked at it and thought, I couldn't spell El Dorado. I said I hadn't seen a soap when I hadn't seen a soap. And I found so many errors within that video. I thought, Tom, you're going to have to revisit this. So, we have our list. What we've done is we've updated the list to make it as up to date as it should have been. And we're going to go through the list and we're going to talk about them. And then we're going to clear up some mistakes I made in the very last version of this. So, let's get into it. At number 16, the worst, one's the best. These are soaps from the UK and around the world on TV and on radio. So number 16, we have Hollyoaks. Hollyoaks is a Channel 5 programme that's been going, Channel 4 programme, sorry, that's been going for 25 years. I have seen a good amount of it to say that it's not my cup of tea. When I was a lot younger, it used to be aimed at my demographic, but I don't really know many people that still watch it now, and I don't get to know many people that are still interested in it. So I'm gonna have to put it on 16, but that's just because it's not as well known. Now, I have just been looking at my list, right? So I was about to tell you what was next, and then I realised I missed the soap off the list. So what we're doing to mend that error is that the soap that I missed off the list is currently available on BritBox, a select few episodes. So what we're going to do is we're going to spell the word soap correctly, without a D, or we're not apparently. There's a collection box set on BritBox UK called Soapbox, or there was called Soapbox, where they would put all the episodes of the soaps. So here we go. Let's see if we can find it, because it should be on the list. I'm a little bit annoyed that I didn't really put it on the list. So let's go to Soapbox, or British Soap Classics, because it'll tell me what it's called, or it'll tell me how to spell it at least. Or will it? No, apparently it won't, which is a shame, really. So I wanted to add this soap onto my list, and I'm really annoyed that I missed it, right guys? So, it not being on BritBox, which is where it was, meant that I can't find it. So, because we're not going to give up, because I'm not a person that gives up, we're going to find it on the internet. We're going to Google it. So we're just going to Google it. We're going to Google it to find out what it was called, and it began with a H. Aha! There we go, we've got it. Got it. Right. We've got it. Hey. Woo! We've got it. Right. So, at number 16, now that we've added that one, it's 17 the worst, one's the best. Right, so number 16, because the number 17 was Hollyoaks. So number 16 is a BBC Scotland programme called River City. River City is a BBC Scotland programme, so it's Scottish, all about the lives of people that live in River City. I've seen the odd episode here and there. I plan to properly get into it, because there are a few actors from Scot Squad are in it. Mainly, I can't remember the actor's name sadly, but mainly one of the main actors from Scot Squad's in it. And it doesn't seem like he won't be in it anytime soon. At number 15 is the Irish soap Fair City. Fair City is an Irish soap on RTE Player. So Hollyoaks is available on all 4 and on Channel 4, so in the UK you can get it there. River City is on the BBC iPlayer in the UK and Scotland. Fair City is on the RTE Player, and it's one of the few dramas on the RTE Player, because we mainly get the factual programmes on the RTE Player in the UK. So the Late Late Show, the Tommy Tiernan Show, the Late Toy Show, all that. So we do get Fair City as well. I've not really seen any of Fair City. I've seen the odd bits and bobs that they've shown in Gogglebox Ireland, but I've not really seen much. I do want to get into that as well. And number 14 is a soap that I don't believe is a soap, but it won Best Soap Award according to Google. Is Hollyoaks. Holby City, I meant, sorry, do apologise. Holby City is available in the iPlayer. UK TV air a lot of it on drama. So Holby City is a medical drama that ended last year. About the it's about a different sector of the hospital in Casualty. So it's another part of the Casualty Hospital. That's why the characters never really cross, because when the show ended, some of the characters did end up crossing over. At number 13 is Casualty. Again, I don't believe Casualty is a soap, but apparently according to Google, it won Best British Soap Award. So it must be a soap. It's similar to Holby City, but Casualty is like at the other end of the same hospital in the same town, because the whole town's called Holby. What I really find interesting about the 16, 15 and 14 on this list, River City, Fair City, Holby City, they all end in the word city. Is that a common trait within the soap world? We don't know, let's find out. At number 12, we have the daytime soap. Now, in my original video, I told a story about Jackanory. Sorry, that was a Jackanory reference. I told a story where, when I was younger, I was with my grandparents, and I thought Doctor Who was on, and I went, ooh, what Doctor? Sat down and ended up being Doctors. I must have misread the Who bit, but it was Doctors. Now, I've seen episodes of Doctors here and there, as in that tale there I watched an episode of Doctors, and in another tale, recently I've been watching Doctors. I watched a few episodes because I wanted to see Kira Pegg, who played Jodie Jackson, in The Story Tracy Baker and The Dumping Ground. She's now in Doctors. Her character acting in that is really good, so it's a good thing I saw that. And number 11 is the Scottish programme that we spent ages looking for. It's Take the High Road. It's a Scottish soap that sadly has now ended. Some episodes of it were available on BritBox. Not sure if they're available on BritBox anymore, which I will have a look at. But Take the High Road did a fantastic... no, it's not available on BritBox. Take the High Road did a fantastic documentary about the show. It's all about people in the Highlands of Scotland. So sadly it's not available elsewhere. Some episodes could be on YouTube, but I wouldn't notice it for sure. And number 10, we're flying all the way to New Zealand now with Shortland Street. Shortland Street used to air in the UK, I think on Channel 5 before they ceased broadcast of it. Shortland Street is basically doctors in Home City and Casualty put together about a hospital. Gunnar Forrester, a Series 3 contestant of Taskmaster New Zealand, is a regular cast member on the show. And number 9 was in my original version of this video, the best soap ever. I couldn't pronounce the word El Dorado, and I didn't know too much of it, but I did know a lot, but I just must have never taken that across in the video. So, El Dorado was a cheap BBC, forgotten until Josh Whittaker mentioned it in his book, Watching Neighbours Twice a Day, show all about the lives and the antics of people in Spain, called El Dorado. Now, some people liked El Dorado, and I thought it was alright. I think that El Dorado just misses it with some of the acting. It wasn't the actor's fault, it's mainly because of the script. You always know when something is terrible and awful, it's never the actor's fault. It's always the writing, you can always blame someone else in the actor, because you don't want to, you might like them in something else, but you might not like them in the thing they're currently in. So El Dorado, a lot of episodes are available on BritBox. 8, we're flying over to New Zealand, getting back on the plane from New Zealand, leaving Shortland Street, flying all the way to Australia. I am going to hum the theme tune. I'm going to do the do-do. For the UK, this programme used to air on ITV. And I think until 2008 when it moved to Channel 5. It is Home and Away each day. Right, so I didn't really want to sing in this video, but I wanted to get across the amazing theme tune, so I wanted to hum it or say the words. So, Home and Away is where Chris Hemsworth started his acting journey. That he did appear in Neighbours ever so briefly. So did his brother actually, Liam Hemsworth. So, Home and Away is basically about the sort of beach end of Australia, so what the people who live near the beach sort of lives are getting up to. At number 7 is a programme that inspired Victoria Wood to create Acorn Antiques and had the worst ending in soap history, in my opinion. It is Crossroads. Crossroads had the worst ending. I said in the previous video, but I didn't say with enough excitement, with enough anticipation. So it was all ended with a dream, and it was all about a hotel. Number 6, it's written and created by the creator of Grange Hill. It's called Brookside. Now, there has been rumours of Brookside returning, which I don't know whether are true, and I hope to believe they are true. But Brookside was where Ricky Tomlinson and Sue Johnston both not started, but sort of met each other before they did the Royal Family. It's Channel 4 programme, so it's available on BritBox and All 4. Crossroads is, I think, some episodes are available on BritBox. And so it was about this Brookside, the street, really. And number 5 is a programme that's almost been spanning more than 60 years. It's an ITV tradition. It's do 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 do. It is no. I was going to say every other one beginning with C, but it's Coronation Street. Coronation Street, all the episodes are available on the BritBox, and a lot of episodes are available on ITV Hub, now going to be called ITVX in November. Anyway, so I've seen classic episodes on BritBox. I've seen some of the new ones through Gogglebox. And I watched a few episodes when I was in year 6, because my year 6 teacher was obsessed with it, and so was half the class really, so I watched it. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, the drama's over the top, but it is with any soap. At number 4 is a BBC staple. It's been around, 30 years probably now, and it is one and only do 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 It is EastEnders. So, why do I know the theme tune? Well, when I was in high school, we had to play the EastEnders theme tune on a piano. I can't play it, but I sure can hum it. I've seen a good lot of episodes because they did a Doctor Who crossover with EastEnders. You had your whole Phil Mitchell. Whoa, I'm Phil Mitchell. See, I did a Phil Mitchell impression in my last video. I'm always going to do a Danny Dyer impression. I'm Danny Dyer. EastEnders. We had got groundbreaking EastEnders actors like Rosalind Ayling-Ellis, partially deaf. I think she's partially deaf. She won Strictly Come Dancing, so EastEnders actors can always win. So, that is number 4. EastEnders classic episodes are available on BritBox, and modern episodes are available on the BBC iPlayer. At number 3, we're going into the top 3 now. Number 3 is Emmerdale, aka Emmerdale Farm. Emmerdale Farm has recently been celebrating its 50th anniversary with a wind hurricane. Emmerdale Farm was all about fish. Yeah, clearly, it's called Farm. Should be about fish. No, Emmerdale Farm is all about the life of farmers. And then, when the show decided to step back from doing the farm-oriented series, they changed it to Emmerdale to broaden and rise the whole of the neighbourhood, the estate. It's available, classic episodes are available on the BritBox, modern episodes are available on ITV Hub, and it's rerun all the time on ITV3. So, number 2, it spent 28 years on the BBC, 54 years on TV overall. Channel 5 got hold of the programme in 2008 and pulled funding in 2021, which meant that 2022 was going to be the end of the show because Channel 10, who had it in Australia, could not afford to keep it going. That is, the one that everyone wants to bring back, who never wins at the NTAs, it's the one and only Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours. We're the herders in the corner. Yeah, anyway, you catch the drift. Neighbours. The theme tune was written by Barry Crocker, the original theme tune, before they had like everyone doing their own version of it every time they wanted a refresh. Neighbours had one of the best things going for it, that once I watched an episode where they said, "Oh, come on, pass me Baby Aster." I thought, what? What, is your brother going to be Tesco's and Morrison's? Now, at number 1. This programme is best known for Never Been Seen. I've never seen this programme. I've only ever heard it. You can catch up old episodes, vintage collections and modern episodes on Audible. You can catch the current episodes on Amazon, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, BBC Sounds, and you listen to the omnibus version because it's the only soap that has an omnibus version still knocking about. And you can listen to it all the time on Radio 4, Radio 4 Extra. Ow! I just bit my I didn't bit my cheek, but it's like felt like I bit my cheek. That really hurt. That. I need to be more careful. Anyway, that is. Let's try and do the theme tune, because it's a theme tune that I can't remember if Billy Connolly wanted it at least, when he not had it, when it goes do 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 do. It is the Archers! I love the Archers. I've seen very many episodes, and June Spencer, I think that's her name, is the oldest actor to be in a soap at 103. She retired this year. There you go. That is the fixed version of Best Soap Ever. I fixed it from the last video, and I've sort of like fixing some of my errors. The camera's about to die. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more on soaps, stay tuned. Tell me about. Bye! The camera's about to die. I need to go put it on charge.